Something 10 times, heck maybe even 100 times more powerful than Siva exists. It's been here for years, but now it's being pulled from other timelines, and this could be really bad. Today we discuss what this nanomachine technology is, and how it may impact the future of Destiny's story. Quicksilver is an upgraded version of Siva. It also may be a mix of Siva and Vex Radiolaria. It doesn't straight up say this in the lore, but we've gotten hints over the years since Lightfall and even in this new exotic mission. Siva was used in the past to construct cities rapidly. It was used to colonize Sol, but it also had some major flaws, some of which we witnessed, like the Siva outbreak. It was weaponized. Siva were these red nanites that worked together in some cases to create those buildings and do other things, and it was created during the Golden Age by Clovis Bray and his corporation. The collapse happened, and remnants like this replication chamber in the Cosmodrome still remained. Some humans went on to live through the collapse and advance the tech of Siva even further. Now we have humans like the Aeonians, for example, who had their own culture and way of life. They continued to live through that collapse. Same thing happened on Neptune. They went on to develop Golden Age technology further under the clouds and cover they had from the rest of the solar system. Neomuna is powered on these super powerful nanites. You can see it flowing around the city and through different pipes. And I'm sure they used it in their construction as well. Veil Containment talks about their use of Siva from the colony ship they crashed on. And it's not like they brought tons of building material here with them to build a massive city and enclosure for the Veil. So the Ishtar team took Siva, built the city, and likely developed it further into the Quicksilver we know now.
The Siva tech Maya had on the Exodus was a lifesaver. Not only for building the enclosure, but shelters, tools. We'd be dead without it. But it still wasn't fast enough. The last XO in our group succumbed to brain death yesterday. Maya's quarantined the bodies for study. She says our next step should be finding a way to draw power from the Veil so we're self-sufficient. Siva is a nanotech fabrication system, intended to be used by Exodus ships to rapidly build necessary resources from base matter. We both see the potential it poses for the future. Each nanomachine in Siva's design is an independent, thinking machine, utilizing a distributed quantum network to coordinate movement. Like a mechanical version of Radiolaria. Probably where the design was inspired from, if I'm being honest. But the design can be pushed. We're looking at ways of incorporating components from disabled Vex and erased exomines. If we can insulate the nanomachines from the radiation that killed the Exos, maybe their deaths won't be for nothing.
Wait, does this really mean I'm part Vex?
Well, it's too early to jump to these conclusions, Nimbus. But there does seem to be some connection between the Vex and the Cloud Striders. may explain why you and the others are able to enter the Vex network without the aid of splicers.
Outbreak Perfected uses Siva, but it's not connected to the dormant Siva we see in the Plaguelands. And although it kills beings that the nanites hit, it doesn't seem to be the corrupted kind. The new exotic Axe Sword uses Quicksilver nanites, and apparently if someone is firing Outbreak near you, the meter on the axe goes up faster, which is really cool. There's an interaction between the Siva and the Quicksilver. There's also dialogue in the new mission if you use Outbreak.
Lodi, you were curious about Siva. This is its deactivated form.
Technology gone rogue. Poisoning a landscape. Destroying the people who touched it. That's not a threat I thought I'd face twice in a lifetime.
The surrounding Siva isn't reacting at all to the Guardian wielding a colony of live nanites. No fear, Lodi. This is one threat we're both past.
Cloud Striders are enhanced human warriors that defend the lost city of Neomuna on Neptune. Cloud Striders are created using these nanomachines. The foremost Vimana card says this. They emerge from the pod in a cloud of sublimated breath, their eyelashes rimmed with ice. Cryosleep stiffens their joints, and when they attempt to stand, their knees buckle. A massive hand dwarfs their own, pulling them upright. Time to get going, kid. They look up and up into the weathered face of a giant. It's Dara, old-timer. Rohan's stern features split into a smile. In the days to come, they will learn how rare a sight this is. There are no smiles to go around when drills bore into bone until they taste marrow, and metal latticework replaces the dermis of their flayed open throat. As the cradle lowers them into the sidereal, the droning hum of Nanilian nanites fills their ears and drowns their fear. Dara burns and freezes and itches inside new skin. Each day is suffering. So tomorrow can live on. Dara's voice, resonant from the new cybernetics, rings out as they complete the Cloud Strider's oath. So Cloud Strider armor is the outcome of this. You can see its shiny metal nature. This is the Quicksilver nanites. While this is cool and gives them neat powers, it also lowers their lifespan. And as we see in Lightfall, only 2 Cloud Striders can exist at one time, in this case Rohan and Nimbus. The Strider saw us suffering. She worried that fighting so much would hurt our hearts, and she knew that one person can make all the difference. So, she took her courage and her wits and her strength and created the Sidereal. Do you know what the Sidereal is, Niños? That's right. The Sidereal is a special place where one person gives up their normal life to become a Cloud Strider and live for us all. The Strider gave us the Sidereal. The Cloud Strider fights so we can have peace, so we could be more than just soldiers. Elsie Bray ventured to a space station near Pluto where she found remnants of Cloud Strider tech and Quicksilver. She encountered a ghost named Toki and a Puka. The Puka was the one who either gave Toki the ghost the Quicksilver you see on its shell, or it transformed the ghost itself. I should have missed this speck of a station on the way to Pluto. Except that, for all that it lacks in size, it's surprisingly warm, almost a full degree above the background of space, practically a flare. My ship's engines whir through cooldown as they step out into the landing bay. It's a stock design. Years ago, I could probably tell you which floor plan it used from Faberdyne's showroom. Ishtar registration, probably an observatory forgotten in the collapse. But what's waiting past that hatch isn't stock. Atmo gear, shiny and new. Someone's been here since the collapse. I unshoulder my rifle and warm up her power cell. A handprint, grease and dust pressed sharp against the white wall. Sized for a cabal, but 5 fingers. There's more, a smear of rippling silver and broken bits of something familiar. Too big for a gun, but maybe for that hand. A rustle behind me breaks the silence and I fire. "Don't shoot, XO," a small voice begs. "I'm just Toki." Her glowing lens pokes out from behind the doorframe. "A ghost, why are you here?" "I heard the call." "The call? To a guardian? There's no humans this far out." "Well, I know that now." Her body ripples in the light, looking oddly familiar. "What's up with your shell?" "You like my silver? My friend showed it to me." "Another ghost was crazy enough to come out here with you?" "No, ma'am, I met her here." Her fins coax something into view, a beautiful little mess of ribs and sails, with 6 bright eyes appraising me. I reach for it, and Anna's tiny hands pull me into a hug. Her dress is dirty and she's crying. Grandfather's totally gonna freak, I think, as I pet her hair. "It's okay, I'll help." I start as Toki's friend slithers into my hand and coos. "I'll help," I realize. So that's when Elsie finds this puka, the ones we see in Neomuna, and the ghosts on that space station, and the puka of course gives her those darkness memories, but she finds the ghost with this Quicksilver on its shell and remnants from a Cloud Strider that was here at one point. Don't know what happened to them, who they were, and why this puka was left behind, but that's that story. Quicksilver Storm is a weapon created from those nanites. Elsie Bray found this tech on that space station around Pluto from someone on Neomuna, some Cloud Strider. Your accessory came from a gun. Someone in the outer system is using weaponized nanomachines. So, someone out there has a weapon I've never seen before, don't understand, and don't know how to defend against. The closest thing we've seen to this is Siva, and these bugs are far beyond that. So Quicksilver is Siva, but way more advanced, and it seems to be able to maybe harness paracausal energy in some cases, given the weapon is Strand. That could just be for gameplay purposes though. In the new exotic mission, we see the conductor had Quicksilver from an alternate timeline inside of a warsat. We also know her Vex from Desert Perpetual were interested in paracausal power from across timelines too. They wanted to be able to peer into timelines remotely and change them. So this can't be good. My question is, why couldn't she just go to Neomuna, especially with its connection to the Vex network? Is there something stopping her from doing that? Or is this Quicksilver from another timeline more powerful? But the new exotic axe we have seems to be pulled from that other timeline too, the Quicksilver nature of it given to us Guardians to wield. We also use Radiolaria and work with the Quicksilver Scions to interact with dormant Siva doors, which is also intriguing. I don't know how these Scions got these abilities, but it also confirms that Radiolaria and this Quicksilver or these nanites may be intermingled. Winterbite's lore suggests it may have belonged to some disciple or creature of darkness. Whatever wielded that weapon launched it into the Exodus Indigo during the collapse. But it does look like it's made from the same material from other Neomuni weapons, and this was before Neomuna was even created. So either something was using these nanites before that, or more likely it was just a glaive and was later converted into the weapon we now see in-game with Quicksilver by the Neomuni when they were established. That's likely what happened. Rohan's weapon, the Deterministic Chaos Machine Gun, looks very Quicksilvery as well. Not confirmed in its lore card or anything, but the fact that a Cloud Strider used it leads me to believe it was constructed with it. But anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video, an explanation of Quicksilver from what we know so far. The big question is, what was the Conductor's plan with it? We are told her goal was to spread the Legion throughout the system, yet we find this alternate version of Quicksilver inside the Warsat. So again, was she planning to convert this Cabal army using the nanite technology, or something completely different? And could there even be a link to the Barent Imperium? They do have that sleek white design, but I believe from lore cards they already exist at this point during Ashen Iron, so there's that. But anyway, Guardians, if you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.